the time has now come for us all to do more. From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
How are we meant to market this album in the middle of a global pandemic? Who is going to listen to a song called I Like the Way You Die when everyone around us is dealing with horrific trauma and deaths? Hi, it's 4:30 in the morning. It's pitch black. You can probably see that. We are in the tour bus, but we are going on tour today. We are going to shoot a music video. What time is it?
6. Lol.
I met Craig on Snapchat, weirdly. He sent me a DM showing me some of his work that he was doing for Vogue, and he thought I was his other friend, Izzy. And I saw this amazing stylist and art director. Craig's my best friend, and I honestly can't imagine being part of Black Honey without him. He's totally part of the DNA now. How's it going? How about having a camera shoved in your face? We shot I Like the Way You Die in February 2020, so just before the pandemic. It was the last video that we did. I love making this video. We got my friend Frances Beauty Spock on Instagram to direct it, and she was amazing. We wrote the story that was about like vampires in a coven in this like spooky old house, and did this kind of ham horror homage to the way that old B movies portray women. And I find it so empowering because we kind of repurposed it so that the women were like the leaders of it in a sort of Love Witch kind of way. Show me your manicure.
Oh, these old things?
Oh my god, you're an icon. And action. Cool. We are halfway through the video. I'm so tired. I'm gonna drop down dead. I have had 2 hours sleep. I've done an entire scene without any lipstick. I have filled a bath with blood. Also, I poured blood over a dagger in the garden. Here's my vampire teeth. Great acting. How did your scene go?
Pretty good, pretty solid.
Your big
Felt
debut?
fun. It was good.
Sam is editing our video. He's a bit of a everything kind of guy. He films, he colour grades, he edits really good. All of the shots we got were really good. If you get good raw images and you light something properly in the actual video, usually you only need to add a tiny bit of colour grade, and the editing process is much more about how you want to tell the story and then how you want to kind of like build anticipation. We loved the idea of doing loads of long sort of spooky shots for this. I'm so pleased with how it came out.
Day 7,000 of lockdown. It's May 2020.
Being in lockdown, it was obviously horrible at the time, and I made reflections in lockdown on my previous self. The first thing that I felt was just like who I was before was really consumey and really greedy and just like obsessed with my next coffee. In lockdown, I kind of like got forced the other way, where I like couldn't do any work because unless I was like going 1,000 miles an hour, I felt like a dead lizard. I feel like I became a better person because of lockdown, but I don't necessarily think that experiencing it is something I'd ever wish on anyone ever again.
Well, the first single was supposed to go out about 2 months ago. We've changed the plan countless times. I'm just so bored of waiting, and I'm ready to announce this album, but feels like it's just all been in secret. So in the meantime, we thought it'd be kind of fun to start working on the fans, and word has it that they started a Facebook group, so I've started to send people over there to see if we can, get a bit of excitement started.
So the start of Black Honey for me was Transmit Festival in Glasgow 2017. We looked at the lineup on the Jack Rocks tent. Black Honey were headlining the Friday. The crowd vibe was brilliant and the set was just great. So while we were at Glasgow, actually, Izzy told me about this Facebook group, which has obviously now become the Bad Black Honey Club.
What does the BBHC mean to you?
The BBHC has actually been a companion for lockdown. I think it was really vital in a coping mechanism because I think as an artist you're addicted to your audience, and it gave us a glimpse of that feeling that you get when you're on stage with your audience and you connect with someone on a deeper level.
Gav was one of the very earliest admins for the group. He was hugely instrumental in getting the information out there that obviously Izzy wanted to get out and the boys wanted to get out.
Gav is such a ray of sunshine. He's always got like this happy, perky face on. He's one of those people that can see the light in anyone. And he's been running our Facebook group since before it really became the BBHC.
He just had a way of wording things that got you interested, got us invested, wanted you to sort of participate and get involved in what was going on.
Honestly, the dude's like an angel. Sometimes it feels like fans is a really weird word because when you say the word fan, it feels like someone is below you somehow. Our fans feel like a community, like Gav's part of the family.
The way that Black Honey have evolved things and done things through the BBHC, the way that they've done it has engaged you. They sort of involve you in the process. It's not just a band selling record, they involve us in the process. The video for Beaches, there was fan involvement in that.
The first Beaches video was just me and the guys on the green screen, and we were supposed to do this amazing video in Ibiza on a beach or Croatia or somewhere where we could do this kind of Martin Parr homage to these weird characters all coming together on this beach, but that didn't happen, so we just green screened it, and that was actually a really fun thing to do. I spent the first 3 days just trying to set up this setup. The wind is blowing a lot. Elvis has been blown over, everything's moving. Oh, and there's been some builders watching the entire thing all day. None of us had anything else to do, so then it became like this project that I got obsessed with, but oh my god, it took me so much longer than I thought. I think from start to finish, it was 6 weeks, and I worked on it every day. For every character that I did on the portrait thing was like makeup for 2 hours beforehand. Then for the second video, we asked the fans to do it, and that just felt like a really nice way of bringing everyone into the story, and we're always about not just making it our story, but making it everyone's story.
How many bands do that? How many bands have their own fans in videos?
We were so dependent on social media because it's all we had. We had to make the best of it. I mean, social media aside, like I find really, really difficult in terms of what it's done for our music and as creatives and giving us a voice and a platform that maybe we wouldn't have got if it was the 80s. It also felt like one space where we could connect with people.
That connection of the social media was as important for them during lockdown as us. So social media for them, brilliant way of marketing, but actually the way they did it was so much fun.
Zooms in lockdown were a challenge. It was so fundamental to find a way that we could still connect with anyone, and because all of our friends came on it as well as people from our fan group, it became this like little party that we'd all have together.
Through the BBHC, the Zoom party started. It was just so good. It kept the fun going. It kept the connection between us and the band. It kept the connection between us as fans and between just friends.
As lockdown went on, we got the hang of things and we understood how to make things fun and not take it all too seriously. Also with radio plays and stuff, it was really cool because we got to listen to all of our stuff together, and all of our fans got to get first views on all of our new videos and first listens on our new tunes.
You know, we had new music drops, we had the most crazy parties, a dragon renaming ceremony. It was just insane.
Going from doing everything on Zoom was surreal. The day that they opened everything in August and we went in to actually record a video, it felt fully illegal.
Run for Cover was in the middle of lockdown. It was the hardest lockdown video that we did because it was in Crawley, right by my house in a working men's club. It is Run for Cover video shoot day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here's a tablecloth that I'm going to be wearing. Dun, 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 dun. It's Elvis. Hey Tommy, when I said it's Elvis, I really meant you.
All right.
So what's going on so far then, Alex? What have you? How's your drum kit setup going?
Yeah, great.
What are you sitting on today?
Oh yeah, nothing.
Wow, show us how you do that. You're really talented.
Yeah.
I can see why you got chosen for this band.
Yeah.
Artistically, I love the idea of working men's clubs and this sort of like derelict British culture that feels like it's crumbling around us all the time. feels like it always is like infused in the songs that we write.
I am dressed like this. We have done so much. I'm so tired. Oh my god, I can't even speak because I've just been filming for so long. I'm about to do one of the last shots of the day, which is a janitor's outfit. But I've lost the outfit, so now like the whole place is running around looking for that. Video so far has gone really good. Like I think it's going to be really strong. I've got some sick spotlights.
We had a limit on people that we could have there. It was like very, very COVID strict. Like August, there was like a 2-week window where we were allowed out, and we smashed it. We had to get like people from our team to come and help because we didn't even have enough people to like that could legally be employed on the day to work on it. So it was quite nerve-wracking, and even just to get the permission to film there felt like a challenge, but I'm really pleased with it. And shout out to Goffs Park Social Club for letting us come and film.
Oh, look who it is.
Look who it is in the girls' toilets. Are you happy with the shoot though? Do you think it went okay?
Yeah, it went amazing. Yeah, the lighting was incredible. The location was really good. I definitely underestimated the location based on your like excellent photography.
Yeah, my photography is really bad though. Just remember, I cannot take photos for like my life. How was that, lads?
I don't ever want
Je sais très bien. I just said I am very good.
Yeah, it was good.
C'est bien.
Just like a solid 5 out of 10. Moody, Tommy Taylor.
It was shite. I hated every minute of it.
Chris, anything to say for yourself?
It's a fucking shit song, innit?
To be fair, I didn't hate it by the end of the day, which is a good sign. Do it.
Ah!
Well, that shot's getting put in the film.
Hi, hi, hi! Pub.
Yeah, Signature Brew was really strange. It was when the van arrived at my house to pick me up that I felt the weirdest, because it had almost felt like I'd been living a fantasy. Like at one point I just like in lockdown just disassociated so much of being an artist. Then we arrived at the Signature Brew and it was socially distanced, table space. When we were on stage, we were on this like outdoor stage and there was a sunset behind, and it was the first time I remember we played Back of the Bar. I remember just feeling like electric, like it almost felt like it was like the biggest show of our lives. I think because you'd gone without this thing for so long that it felt even more magical. I think the endorphins always hit harder when you've like gone without something that you loved so much for so long. Then naively, I guess we all thought that things would go back to normal, but little did we know.
It's November 2020 and I Like the Way You Die has just been out for a little while and it's kind of blowing my mind slightly, like it's kind of popping off a little. I think that speaking about this stuff makes it hard, but I should also give a documentation of where I'm at with everything. The song's going really well. Iggy Pop's just played it.
I Like the Way You Die, as played by Iggy Pop on 6 Music last Friday.
Something just feels like it's growing and it's already streaming like faster than some of the other songs. I feel excited about it and it's like one little glimpse of optimism amongst everything that's been so difficult recently. The thing that's been really draining for me really has just been like the amount of press that I've had to do. Like the other day I had to do 8 hours on Zoom.
I got trolled the other day on TikTok by an 8-year-old.
It's like basically being asked 8 times in a day, why is your band called Black Honey and what's it like being a woman in rock music? And sometimes it's just like intense. But yeah, press has been a lot.
It was awful to find out.
Oh my good god. What a fucking result.
The worst part of it is that he was in hospital and we couldn't see him.
You never know with this band because they're not formulaic, they're not predictable. It could go anywhere.
This is the point where the pressure's building, the excitement's growing, but it's also terrifying. Like you're laying yourself out there. It's like your life story. There's no going back.